dream again, huh?
Come on, Johnny. We dream together. Why do you even ask?
Just wanted to be nice. For once.
Too high.
Buckle up.
Yo gamers! This time we are focusing on mods that enhance various aspects of driving, and I mean vehicle handling, racing, drifting, role-playing, driving immersion, and vehicles themselves. Just a quick reminder, this video is a part of series on my channel covering different mods that improve various elements of Cyberpunk. Even the mods from my older Cyberpunk videos still works perfectly on the latest version of the game. All you need is the newest version of the core mods, which I keep updated in the descriptions of all my videos. If you run into any issues or just want to share your feedback, drop a comment below. Every idea, criticism and support is welcome. Let's go! First, we will try to enhance the immersion of the Night City streets by simply populating them. To achieve this, I recommend the Nova City add-ons pack, specifically the population add-on, which increases the number of NPCs on the streets. Personally, I adore this mod despite its performance hit, which we will come back to. Now almost every spot, even outside of the center of Night City, can feel crowded, really boosting the immersion. I'm combining this with the psycho crowds and traffic improvements, which enhance NPC behavior and game performance. And finally, Nova Traffic, which will allow us to inject modded cars into normal game traffic. One warning, if you're already experiencing a CPU bottleneck, be aware that Nova City Population mode is more demanding on the CPU than the base game on the max crowd settings. However, I still recommend it. Just use the lower crowd density that reflects your CPU capabilities. For example, the medium setting still has more pedestrians and cars than the high setting in the vanilla game, while maintaining a similar performance. If you decided for Nova Traffic, I recommend using the simple version of this mod, as it had the least annoying side effects for me. This version requires you to download the special community list with the most modded cars included. If it still misses any car you want, you can add it manually in the Nova Traffic mod folder here. A customizable version is worth testing though, because it has a great in-game feature, which is ability to add modded vehicles to the car replacement pool. Sadly, with my weaker CPU this version is less stable and causes frame time stutters. But test it for yourself, especially if you have better CPU. But in my opinion, if you have modern 8-core CPU, you should be fine. Another mod on the list is Taxi Work in Night City, which allows you to become a taxi driver, introducing functional taxi cabs all over the city. To get started, go to the travel point, summon your first cab, get in and press the home button twice to get assigned a client. After a few seconds, your quest will update with the order details. Before going further, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm creating various gaming and gaming technology content, from games and upscaling comparisons to graphical setting optimization guides and even ambient cinematic videos. It's all about a passion for games. I'm a nerd. Now it's time for some mods that greatly increase driving immersion and utility, starting with, in my opinion, the amazing driving first-person camera tweaks mod. Your character reacts better to dynamic forces while driving, giving it more of a sense of the forces at play. It's very immersive and makes sense considering the speeds that we sometimes travel at. I recommend picking the buckle up version and then modifying it with the values that I use here. You can find them in the description for copy-paste. It's also important to note that I'm using this mod with the better camera auto mod from my previous videos, and my in-car field of view is set to 70. So if you would like to set it up like me, keep that in mind. Another interesting mod is Enhanced Vehicle System, which allows us to separately control engine, hood, doors, windows, interior lights, or roof, and pretty much everything that is possible for a particular car. You can also set up a lot of options to your liking in special mod menu settings. With these options, for example, you can make your car stay with the engine turned on and the doors open after you leave it. It really elevates the immersion level and the realism. On the mod page you can find all keybinds combinations for systems. If you don't like default keybinds or have conflicts with your other mods, you can edit them by going to R6, Input, and opening Enhanced Vehicle System. Press Ctrl F and search for the buttons you want to edit. Did you ever feel that driving is kind of lacking when W is always full speed and S is just full braking? Advanced driving controls gives you more options. By simply holding W, you can now cruise slowly through the streets, and if you want to accelerate at full speed, press left shift. The same applies to S and left control accordingly. It requires a bit practice, but at some point is very satisfying. It's such a small yet immersive mod that naturally complements Authentic Shift, which primarily adjusts the minimum RPM for each gear without changing the power or speed of the particular gear. To put it simply, vehicles now feel more dynamic due to more realistic and faster gear shift. As you probably already noticed, in version 2.2, CD Projekt Red introduced a feature that makes Johnny join us in the car. Previously it was possible only with mods, but now when we have official implementation, unfortunately there is no way to control anything about this feature. To address it, I recommend checking out the Passenger Feature Settings mod. Now you will be able to control its various aspects via a native settings UI menu, including chance to appear for Johnny or which car seat he should take. You can also completely disable this feature. Another small but quite interesting mod is React to Horn. In native settings menu, you can adjust NPC's reaction for your horn. But it's not all. There are some fun choices. Car Modification Shop is a complex mod that allows us to upgrade elements of our vehicles, enhancing their performance. The entire process is like a visit to a car workshop, which is located in the north side of the Watson. All you have to do is to drive there, park in the designated area, and a special menu with the custom tweaks for your car will appear. The performance changes are instantly applied and fully functional. So far from my experience, it also works with the modded cars. As this area is not very appealing or interesting, I recommend using AMM Car Modification Shop, which is simply an appearance mod menu preset that decorates the surroundings of the workshop. To enable a preset, turn on your appearance mod menu, click Decor tab, then Presets, and here pick Car Modification Shop. There is also a version of this mod that doesn't require loading any preset, or even appearance mod menu, just letting you know. Next is realistic car crashes, which makes car impact damage much more significant. From my experience, it does not make your car or other cars explode faster or take more damage to, let's say, the health of your car. It mainly affects visual damage. Drive-by shotguns, rifles, and heavy weapons are two mods that allows you to use virtually any firearm while in the vehicle. The restrictions to only small pistols and SMGs is completely gone. Dynamic license plates brings a bit of diversity on nice city streets. All vehicles, including yours, now have various types of license plates, making the world feel a bit more varied. Now it's time for some racing and drifting mods, starting with CyberTrails, which allows you to create your own racetracks. It's also a good idea to get a pack of tracks dedicated to this mod. In this special CyberTrails UI, you can create new tracks or edit existing ones. If you plan to create your own track, it's crucial to set up keybinds to place the waypoints, which you can do in the Cyber Engine Tweaks Bindings tab. Additionally, you can use it anytime to teleport to any installed or created track. Next on the list is Shader Drift, which allows you to enter a special driving mode, where you can earn points for your drifts within a specified time limit. To start, all you have to do is to hold W and S together, burn some rubber for a few seconds, and the mod's counter will trigger. Next is a pack of complementary mods that I would call a vehicle handling pack, which was forged after my own testing, starting with the dynamic downforce, dynamic gravity modifier, and gripped up. They are a game changer for realism and common sense of vehicle handling. Now we are sticking to the road better and stopping bouncing over even the smallest object, giving vehicles a sense of mass. It's also worth including all vehicles can steer, which will provide us with the more realistic turning angles. And if you are interested in drifting, check out Cyber Drift and Limited Slip Differential, which together improve the drifting model. If you watched and like Drive with Gosling and its atmosphere, consider a small role-playing set, including a Drive jacket, Quack's fingerless driving gloves, and when I ride motorcycle, also Rough Tread motorbike helmet mod. All these items you can buy through Virtual Atelier, just make sure it's updated to the newest version. It also requires Equipment X mod to wear it. Additionally, I use mod that replaces Night FM with the music from Drive. Due to copyright, I cannot provide examples of songs included, but I can sing it. And I'm real hero, real human being. I hope this embarrassment gave you at least some idea. It's just this kind of music for slowly traveling through Night City and sinking into it. You know how it is. When it hits, it hits. Okay, now it's time for the modded vehicles I prepared for this video. When choosing them, my primary goal was the quality of the mod, but it was also very important to me that all cars have functional, not bugged windows with the mod reclass, which is also part of Gits 3.0 that I'm using. I've made a short compilation of all vehicles including driving sequences, which was requested in comments below my last videos. The compilation includes some classic cars, reworks of vanilla cars, bikes, and also unlocked variants of vanilla vehicles. can get all vehicles through the virtual car dealer mod UI on any computer, or just use the Cyber Engine commands I included in the description. And as a compelling addition to bikes, I recommend using better bike animations. If you already have mods and before we even start installing anything, I need to ask you to make a backup of your mods folder. Go to the main folder of the game and backup the engine, mods, R6 and Red4X folders. I usually do this by packing them into archive without compression, but if you want you can also create a separate folder, name it however you want and throw them there. Now go to the bin, x64 and make a backup of entire plugins folder. Then do the same for mod folder in archive, PC and here. Okay, now the easy part. Prepare two folders, one with the needed files and main folder of the game in the background. Extract all mods here. Now if some of the mod folders have unusual names, copy their contents such as bin, R6, engine or archive to the main preparation folder. Now remove the unnecessary mod files for clarity and drop unpacked files to the main folder of the game. Done! Manual installation in Cyberpunk is quite easy, but if you encounter any troubles or crashes, contact me in the comments. I will help. That's everything I prepared for this video. If you liked it, consider subscribing my channel. If you have any feedback, please leave a comment. See you soon!